it's Brianna with Bre'sBooks here to do another book haul. I basically am just spoiled and blessed and got a bunch of stuff for cheap. I also have a little bit of a book outlet unboxing I will do at the end because they had their free $5 coupon code thing to email subscribers a couple weeks ago, so of course I had to use it because there were some books that were cheap and I wanted them and stuff. So let's just go through the books that are already unboxed / weren't in a box. First book is Madly by Amy Allward. This is a fantasy about a princess and poison and all kinds of good stuff, finding a cure, and it comes out in September. Sounds good. Another art copy I get, but it's actually a review copy, so it's hardcover, which is awesome, is Evil Librarian. This is sort of a contemporary, I don't know if you want to call it fantasy, I guess it would be fantasy. Apparently it's really funny, about a librarian that's also the devil, and some chick and her friend fall in love with him or something. It sounds weird, but good, so hopefully I'll like it. It's by Michelle Knudsen. The next one I was super excited to find on my advanced reader copy shelf, The Shadow Behind the Stars by Rebecca Hahn. If you have seen any of my first videos I did on this channel from last year, I read her book A Creature of Moonlight. It was by Rebecca Hahn and I absolutely loved it. And this is only her second book. I think it's about the Greek fates and it sounds good. I really love her writing, and so I'm hoping I will love this as much as I loved her first book. And this comes out in September as well. Another one that I wasn't sure if I should try because it sounds creepy is Dead Upon a Time by Elizabeth Paulson. I don't like creepy books. I don't like creepy anything. I don't watch horror movies, I don't watch scary movies, I don't like jumpy things. I'm not usually that person, but this is a fairy tale retelling in creepy form. And so I kind of thought it sounded interesting, but I'm hoping it won't give me nightmares. Yeah, it comes out at the end of August. And it's pretty short, so I'll just read it in the daytime, and then hopefully I'll be okay, right? The next one I have is Twice Upon a Marigold by Jean Ferris. This is the sequel of Once Upon a Marigold, which I read years ago and actually own now. But I never read the sequel, so some point I'll have to read the first one again so I know what happens and then read this one. It's just a middle grade fairy tale-esque story that was pretty cute. This one I picked up on the library used shelf. It's like a illustrated middle grade book, I think, or children's book. Their words are pretty big, so it's like a bind up of a bunch of children's books. The big book of Tashi, by Anna and Barbara Feenberg and Kim Gable. Apparently it's 7 books in one, so they are probably children's books, but the illustrations were super cute, and it sounds like a mischievous, like it's about a mischievous dwarf or something. I think I'll fly through this, and I'm excited to read it. Next is another arc called Gallagher Rhythm. This kind of premise reminds me of the book The Rosie Effect, that was really popular in the last year or so. It's like a contemporary romance, I believe. It's a high school guy, I believe, comes out with a math algorithm for falling in love with a girl or something like that. So it sounds cute and comes out. Oh, it came out in May. Next one is another review copy, which is awesome. So it's a hardback finished copy. Egg and Spoon by Gregor Maguire. Sort of another fairy tale-esque themed book. It is a middle grade, and I've been wanting to read it, so I'm very happy I got to pick up this review copy. And this came out in March or something earlier this year. Another book I got is the second volume of Amulet, Book 2, The Stonekeeper's Curse by Kazu Kabushi. Really, I like this mostly for the art. It is stunning, this artwork. I love it to bits. And I read the first volume from the library, and then I just happened to find this at a thrift store, the second volume, which is the volume I needed to read next. So couldn't resist picking this up. It was super cheap. And now I have the second one to read. At the same time I picked up Amulet Book 2, I grabbed The Story of Ferdinand by Monroe Leaf, drawings by Robert Lawson. This is just a popular children's book that I didn't own, and so I thought it would be cute to have. The next book I have is one I've been wanting to read forever. It is The Beast Within. This is by Serena Valentino. This is actually a prequel to, oh look, this is actually a prequel to the Beauty and the Beast story, Disney's Beauty and the Beast story. And before this one came out, she also did a prequel and an alternate perspective version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs from the Evil Queen's perspective. I didn't like that one as much. It's obviously about the villain, so that's probably why I didn't enjoy it, but I think I'll like this one better because it's about the Beast, and Beauty and the Beast is my all-time favorite Disney movie, though Frozen is like very, very close. The next one I got for half of this price. I got it for $1.25, brand new. Time Between Us by Tamara Ireland Stone. It is a time travel romance book, so where can you go wrong, right? Next one, wanting to read forever. It's called The Falconer by Elizabeth May. I love this cover so much, and in my opinion, there aren't enough redhead characters because red hair is freaking beautiful, and this just sounds like an awesome fantasy story about a butt-kick heroine, and I'm looking forward to it very much. Next, I finally bought Cress by Marissa Meyer. I have already read this. I borrowed it from the library when it first came out, but now I finally own it. I think this is like one of the only books in this book haul that I've actually read already, so I don't have to add it to my TBR. Hooray! But yeah, so I have this. This is my favorite of the series so far, and I can't wait for winter to come out this fall. Next is another arc, 1,000 Nights by E.K. Johnston. This is another retelling of Scheherazade, I believe, and 1001 Nights, kind of like The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Addy. But since I just read that one, I'll probably wait a little bit to read this retelling so I don't get them mixed up. But I do definitely want to try this at some point. I just hope it's a lot different than The Wrath and Dawn so I can keep them straight. But I did get this for future reading. It comes out in October. Next one is another retelling. It is A Whole New World, A Twisted Tale. This, I believe, is from Disney Press Publishing, and it is by Liz Braswell. It's actually like a retelling of Disney's Aladdin, but from a different perspective. Like, it's a twisted tale, so the question is, what if Jafar had found the lamp before Aladdin? So it sounds very interesting. I'm really interested to see, I hope they do a whole series on this, but I'm really interested to see how this goes. Aladdin if Jafar found the lamp. Be bad times. And this comes out September 15th. Next I have Threads and Flames by Esther Fresner. And this is a historical fiction found at the library, used for cheap. The next one I got is Girlwood by Claire Dean. I had never heard of this when I saw it and picked it up, but the story sounded interesting. Sort of another fairy tale type. It's not very long, and it's pretty small in stature as well, so I thought I'd give it a try. And finally, the last book in this book haul, that's way too long, is Cinderella, Walt Disney Cinderella. It's the picture book version, and I used to have this book when I was a kid. I don't remember what happened to it, but I found this at a garage sale, and I flipped through it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I totally recognize all these illustrations and everything, and it's in great condition, and so I picked it up, because why not, because nostalgia, and I don't know where my old copy is. I hope we didn't get rid of it, but if we did, now we have it again. Yay! So I just realized that I thought I was done with my book haul, and then I totally forgot to do my book outlet unboxing that I promised you. So I'm just gonna add this clip on at the end and say goodbye again, because yes, I didn't mean to leave you hanging like that. I swear, I legitimately forgot. It was just on the other side of me and I didn't notice it. So. But I'm opening it now. I'm opening it. Here we go. I think I got 3 books in here. Alright. I don't want to bend my books, so let's be careful. Woohoo! The first one I have is All That Glows by Ryan Groudon. I've been hearing really good things about this. This is a series. I know there's at least 2 books out now. I think the second one just came out. It's a fantasy series with fae. Yes. And it sounds good. I like fae books, so beautiful cover, and we'll check this out very soon. Looks good. Another book I got is A True Princess by Diane Zoller. I guess so. True Princess by Diane Zoller. This looks like a middle grade. It's a lot smaller than I was expecting, but that's okay. I still think the artwork is beautiful, and I'm looking forward to reading this. There you go. And finally, the last book I got, if I can get it out of here. One moment. Aha! The last book I got is Venom. Venom by Fiona Paul. It used to have a different cover with like a chick and a mask on the front. And this is also a series. It's like historical fiction, fantasy maybe, mystery, something. It's pretty chunky. It's thicker than I was expecting it to be, but ooh, and there's like black pages in there. That's pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to reading this one as well. And that is definitely all the books. Now all the books are done. So thank you so much for watching this part also, because that's probably the part you were waiting for most. See you next time. Again, bye!